Dublin. It's a city full of beauty and culture. It's a city full of character and life. In the summer, it fills with tourists, all wanting to get a taste of its heritage. It's a city that prides itself on innovation and progress. But you don't need to look too far beneath the surface to see it's a city of brokenness. A city searching for hope. A city in need of Christ. Since the 1640s, there have been Baptist churches in Dublin. And right now in the city, there are 7 Baptist churches proclaiming Christ. Is there really a need for more churches? To effectively reach the city with the gospel, 1 church per 10,000 people is needed. Dublin has a population of 1.4 million. So just looking at the numbers, it's clear lots still needs to be done. But what about on the ground?
This is Rathmines. It's the end of the suburbs before the city centre begins, and there's a mix of longer term residents and more short term transient groups like students, young professionals, foreign nationals living in apartments and bedsits. If it wasn't so early in the morning here, you'd see the energy and the hustle and bustle even during COVID times, and there are so many who need the good news of Jesus. The challenge for us as a church is how to reach out to those longer term residents and those shorter term visitors with that good news.
Here in Blackrock, South County Dublin, we're in the heartland of well-established, settled Irish affluence. RTE Studios and University College Dublin are just to the north of us here. And then the historic and popular Dunleary Harbour is just to the south, beyond that upmarket Killiney and Dalkey. We've perceived a couple of things. The first thing is that there's a quiet hostility towards Christianity and the church. The church is perceived as scandal embroiled and no longer relevant to life in modern Ireland. But at the same time, we've perceived a deep yearning among people, a longing for something, for new life. Self-sufficiency, as we know, often plays itself out. So there's real need here in Blackrock for the biblical gospel to be explained and for local communities of Christians to quietly and confidently live out and share the gospel to people who sometimes haven't even realised their spiritual poverty.
Life in Dublin, north of the city, I suppose, is like life in any other big city. Bustling, busy people just trying to get by and get on with their lives without any real thought of eternity. We live in a population of 100,000 people within a 1-mile radius of our church building. We're the only evangelical church in the area. And that scenario is repeated many times across the north side of the city. The population just keeps on growing. And we need to keep pace with that with our church planting.
So, how can you be involved? Would you partner with us in the work in Dublin? Partner with us in prayer.
Partnering in prayer for mission begins with an awareness of need and follows through with a commitment to pray along with others that God would meet those needs in a way that only He can do.
Partner with us in proclaiming.
We need people to proclaim Christ with us and to plant churches with us. Maybe you're planning on moving to Dublin to work or to study and you're wondering where to live. Why not think about what church to be involved with, where you can partner in this? Or maybe you're already in Dublin. Have you thought that you could be God's answer to the question, who is going to help plant the next church?
Partner with us in providing.
We need your partnership in providing resources for this gospel-proclaiming, church-planting mission. And if you've been giving regularly over the past number of years, thank you for playing your part. for your ongoing commitment that has put work like ours in Blackrock into motion here to the glory of God. The simple reality is that without you taking just a minute or two to set up a monthly gift to Baptist Missions, the vital work of our mission can't be sustained or developed. But the brilliance of partnership is that we can provide the resources for this Christ-proclaiming work together, every single one of us.
God's heart is to see many more people in Dublin knowing Christ, following Him as their Lord and Saviour. Dublin is a city where Christ needs to be proclaimed and churches need to be planted. Will you partner with us?